My name is Kevin Ray, and you're listening to Truckers and Others. Hey, it's a new day. Welcome to the show. All right, we're rolling down the road. Woke up exactly on time. It was wonderful. I got plenty of sleep. I fell asleep pretty early, like 10, 11 o'clock. And that's early for me. That's really early. Usually it's like, fuck, if I go to sleep right now, I'll get 3 hours of sleep. That's usually how it goes, especially if I have to wake up early as fuck in the morning. Just because, I don't know. I like to be awake. I like to sleep, but I don't realize I want to sleep until I gotta wake up. I don't know. Woke up, had a Black Rifle coffee, 300 milligram fucking thing. I don't know. A little cold can of coffee. It was good. I haven't had one of those in a while. Woke up and got offloaded. So last night where I left you off, I was trying to do math on figuring out how much fuel I'm going to be using because I was on E. Fuel light had come on and I was worried. Very worried. But I made it. I was using cruise control because I thought that'd be the best way to keep speed and fuel mileage. But then I got to a point where I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, I got to a stop sign, and I was like, and I've been at this stop sign many times before, and usually I take off, like, super slow from it, and then you're going up a hill, and it takes forever to get speed. So this time I was like, all right, I'm just going to floor it for just a little bit, and that'll give me enough speed to kind of roll up this hill. No, not at all. I just fucking sucked down. The fuel gauge went from a 16th of a tank to a 32nd of a tank. I'm like, oh shit, don't do that. And I'm like, all right, I only got like another 10 miles to go. And I was really worried there for a little bit. But, I just feathered the throttle just very lightly, and I was letting off. I was like speeding up downhill and then letting off completely going uphill. I was slowing down quite a bit, but it's not super hilly, but enough of a hill that I have this little thing on my dash that tells me how much fuel mileage I'm getting. I like to keep that bubble in the plus zone instead of the negative zone. So going downhill, I get it right in the middle. And then going uphill, I just let off completely. So it's all the way up in the plus. And, people were passing me. That's okay. I was like, hey, some of y'all need to stay back there. Because if I need to pull over, I'm going to need a ride. Fucking y'all stay back there. But made it perfectly fine. No issue whatsoever. Rolled into the fuel stop. Immediately fueled up. Went inside, ordered my burger. Oh, the mushroom and Swiss, dude. I can't get enough of it. It's so goddamn good. So order up the mushroom and Swiss burger, tots. I forgot what I usually get. I was like, I know I always get something else, but I'm going to go ahead and there's a guy running a concrete drill. He was mounting up a new ATM. So it was loud as fuck in there the entire time I was there. It's like as I was walking in, he was walking in, and as I was walking out, he had just finished. I'm like, wow, I picked the most wonderful time to come in here and eat a burger. But you know what? It was so good, I barely even heard the fucking drill. But I could barely get the fucking words from my mouth to the chick's ears so I could order the motherfucker. ordered it up, and I did fall victim to the mug root beer again. They have both there, which is kind of weird to have at a, you know, a gas station or whatever. You either have Barks or mug. You don't have both. This place has both. So I have the ability, which is not very often. You know, if you go buy a root beer, you just think of which one you want and you just grab it. But you can't sit there and, you know, I can taste a little bit of the Barks, dump it out, taste a little bit of the mug, and then I don't dump that out because the mug is way fucking better. So, yeah, I fell victim to a medium, like a 20-ounce mug root beer last night. I don't drink soda. That's the fucking problem. I try to not drink too much sugar. I've actually been drinking black coffee lately. Not today, because I didn't really have a choice. Because, well, I guess I did have a choice. There was breakfast downstairs. I didn't have a lot of time to hang out, though, because I wanted to get out and get on the road. I did get up on time, but I fucking dragging my feet and fucking just sitting on the couch and I'm gonna go take a shit for a while. You know, it was one of those mornings. You know, I was like, I need to get up and get going and moving and doing stuff and being productive, but I'm gonna be a little bit lazy today. So is what I thought. Why are you all the way over on the fucking shoulder? There's a man driving. It's a 2-lane blacktop out here in the middle of fucking nowhere, and there's a guy just straddling the fucking white lines. I don't understand what he's doing. So yeah, I got the burger and I got to the hotel, got checked in, everything went great. I watched Godzilla versus Robot Godzilla versus King Kong. And then I watched, which is weird, I might get a little bit of hate for this, but I've never seen all of Indiana Jones. Or any of them. I know about them a little bit, just like the funny things people say about it, and little clips maybe. And like the giant boulder and he's got to run away, but I've never seen like the beginning, and it starts out as like Indiana Jones as a kid, and he's on a train and he's fighting all these guys, and he gets away, but then they come back and they get him, and then the guy gives him a hat, and then that's the hat that he always wears, but it was a bad guy. I don't fucking know. It was a cool movie to watch. I think I fell asleep during that movie. And, yeah, had a decent night. Oh, I did my sweet tooth was going fucking, it was wobbling last night. It was like, fuck, I need sweets. I shouldn't have done it. I fell victim to, another thing. It was a little pack of Nerds clusters. I don't know if you've ever had Nerd clusters before. They have a blue bag, a pink bag, and a red bag, I believe. But you know what? The pink or the red bag is the one to fuck get. The blue bag is still good, but it's only good if you haven't had the fucking red bag. What's the difference? I don't know. Do Nerds even have different tastes for different colors? I don't know. But I can tell you this. The red bag is so goddamn good. And luckily they didn't have like a large bag. Because usually they have like a large bag with a zipper on the top. And you can fucking close it for later. That's a joke because you're going to eat the whole fucking thing. I got a little small bag. But that's a candy that like lasts a while. Like a bag of chips or something. You know, you eat it and you're like, man, that was it? That was it? It was all air. Not the Nerd clusters. Tell you what, you're getting a fucking bargain. Because you're going to enjoy that snack for a while. You're going to be like, damn, there's still some more in there? There's still one left back there in the fucking corner. And then at the end, you know, whenever you dump all the little loose nerds that have fallen off of the clusters, you dump all those in your mouth and you're like, oof, this is such a good snack. It's so goddamn good. Not good for you at all, but it's fucking delicious. coming to a point where I can either go straight or turn. And I think I'm going to go straight. Okay. Come on out. Come on out, buddy. Wants me to turn left. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just go straight. I don't know. I think I'll turn left. It says it's faster. Once I get up here, I'll be able to tell how much faster. Anyways, yeah, I ate those. Fell asleep, which it was kind of a good thing I ate those, because if not, me left to my own devices and no snacks, I will fall asleep with a dip. And hotels are the worst. Because I ain't got my wife there poking at me, telling me to take the dip out. So I had to take my final dip of the night out to eat the Nerds cluster, so I didn't leave a big brown stain on the fucking pillow. Okay, listen, I don't know how that makes anybody else feel, but I'm sorry. I don't mean to do it. I forget that I have a dip in. I doze off and I fucking drool with the fucking tobacco. Anyways, they bleached the shit out of everything. It'll be fine. So I had taken that dip out to eat them nerd clusters, and then I fell asleep to Indiana Jones. You know, it doesn't get much better than that. Yesterday, I had a really good day yesterday. I mean, last night, not yesterday. The whole day reeked of sorrow and anger. That's what it was. But at nighttime, you know, when I pulled into that fuel stop on a 30-second of a tank, I knew I had made it to salvation. I knew I was going to get that burger. I knew I was going to, be at my hotel. I will say when I was leaving the truck stop to go to like 3 blocks down, not 3 blocks, but just like down the road just a little bit. Somebody was parked in my fucking spot. Okay. Now I haven't been down there for a while, so I probably ended up showing this person where this fucking. He's like, oh shit, we can park there? Yeah, we can park there. I don't know if you noticed, when I fucking park there, I back all the way fucking down and off to the side. So if there's any other trucks that want to come over and hang out with me, maybe park right next to me, or even in front of me, I leave enough room. Not this motherfucker. He had a day cab Freightliner with the tag axle. It was a nice looking truck. It had big stacks on it. It was a good looking truck. But the motherfucker parked right at the very front of the fucking truck parking area. Right in the middle of the road. There's no way for me to get around him. He just parked right in the fucking way. But I was upset, but I looked over, and along the curb where they have the large truck parking inside the parking lot, there was enough room for me. But I'm telling you, if there was not enough room for me, I would have fucking parked my shit right in fucking front of him. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't have. I like to say that I would, but I probably would have parked down at the other hotel and walked my fat ass and all my shit all the way over, and been cussing him. Damn. I like Oklahoma. It's got nice views, nice people, beautiful women, a lot of truckers, little towns, dirt roads, red dirt roads at that. And it's just a nice feeling down here. You know what they don't do well, though? Is work on fucking roads. Okay? If you want to rewind about 6 months ago, you'll hear on any one of my fucking podcasts me complaining about the fucking roads in Oklahoma and how they have been working on these fucking roads for months. It's a piece of asphalt through the fucking desert. It's all you got to do is lay down some asphalt in the desert and you're done. Like, it's I don't pave roads. I don't do any of that shit. I've never done any of that, but I know up in Kansas City, if they need a fucking road done, it's fucking done. Like a couple of days. I mean, sometimes. Not highways, obviously. But if it's like a country road, like they get out there, they lay down the fucking shit, they put the paint on, and then they're fucking done. They pick up their cones and they go home. Not in Oklahoma. These motherfuckers are still working on the same exact piece of fucking road that they were working on 6 months ago. And it's literally a piece of asphalt in the middle of the fucking desert. I don't understand what is going on. Why are they taking so long to work on these fucking roads? Are you guys fucking idiots down here? Like, what the fuck is going on? These roads are pretty fucking simple to put in. Oh, you want to make it a little wider? Okay, make it a little wider. It doesn't take years to work on an eighth of a mile piece of road. Sorry, I gotta find something to complain about. Things are going well for me today. I mean, they got the traffic lights so far. I don't want to jinx myself. They got the little traffic lights that make you stop in the middle of nowhere for no goddamn reason. They got those fucking gone. It's a one-lane road. Yeah, move the fucking cones out of the way and it'd be a fucking four-lane road. Like, there's no reason to have the cones over there. No, there's no center stripe. Yeah, there's no center stripe on half the fucking roads out here. People just know. You know, I can see the fucking crack in the middle, not the crack, but the fucking seam in the middle of the road. Everybody knows stay to the left of it or the right of it, depending on which way the fuck you're going or whatever the fuck. I don't know. Stay to the right of the fucking crack. Pretty fucking simple. We'll see if they fix the fucking the stunt jump up here, because they used to have a fucking stunt jump right where they were working, and you know they put up several signs for months saying there's a bump here. Okay, make it not a bump. You have the fucking equipment over here. You guys are working on. Why did you made it a bump? It wasn't a bump, and then it was a fucking bump. The fucking it jumped the fucking. Usually I hit it going empty. Not fucking jump that motherfucker. I'd have all 18 up in the air. You know, my slogan's fucking keep all 18 down. I had all of 18 up in the air. So, I don't know. They're doing better. It's going to take them a couple more months to get out here with a fucking paint truck to fucking put the goddamn lines in the road, I'm guessing. So, they're going to continue to have the cones and the fucking 55-mile-an-hour speed limit through here until they get the paint down, I'm guessing, because I don't know. It's like, are you guys done yet? Are you done yet? I don't fucking know. Really milking this fucking job. Um, so, yeah, I got offloaded. So I do have a CB radio in this truck. Y'all, the truckers out there are gonna hate me, probably. Maybe I'm gonna say something that y'all already know. I don't know. I have a CB radio in this truck, and this is one that was bought by the girl that usually drives this truck. Because when you get down to the disposal site, they, you know, everybody gets on whatever channel, and you can call in your paperwork, get checked in, and then whenever you're ready, they call your name and tell you to fucking roll in. I don't like the CB radios. Am I the only one? Am I the only trucker that doesn't like the CB radios? I like the idea of them, but you know what? I can't hear a fucking thing. I even tried. So I got the CB radio. I took the fucking mic off of it and threw it back here because I'm gonna tell them whenever I rolled in there, I knew if they saw the CB but I call them on my cell phone and they're like, "You got a CB?" And I say no, they're gonna be like, "I see the fucking thing hanging down. I know you fucking have one." But no, I don't want to have to sit here and monitor and listen to all the goddamn chatter on the fucking radio the whole time. I call with my cell phone. I can hear you. You can hear me. And then I don't have to worry about listening to every fucking thing all these goddamn truckers are talking about the whole fucking time. All I got to do is wait for my phone to ring. When my phone rings, I know it's go time. It seems pretty simple to me. Um, so yeah, I turned the CB radio on all the way up just because I'm like, all right, if I can hear clear enough, I'll fucking use it. I turn it on. I've never used one. Am I? Or am I not? I'm not a real trucker. Okay, I'm a day cab guy. I'm a fucking. I don't drive. I do drive out quite a bit, but I don't use those fucking things. Am I what's wrong with the new generation of truckers? I don't know. But what year is it? Do we still have to listen to fucking kazoos? Is that still the best way to communicate? Is with a fucking. And then the people that use the fucking CBs expect everybody to hear everything they say every time they fucking hit the button. So they're like, "Hey, come on. Who? Huh? Were you talking to me? Were you talking to him? What the fuck is. What?" Like, all right, whenever I call in my paperwork just on my cell phone, like, you guys can hear me pretty clear. This is what I sound like on the phone. This is my headset. This is what everybody hears when I call them. And, half the time they can't get the fucking numbers right when I talk clear. I don't understand how the fuck they understand anything off the fucking CB. Now, if you can't hear me well enough on this fucking thing, how are you going to hear me on the fucking CB? Just makes no sense. I can only imagine the chatter that goes on. I did listen to a little bit, but there wasn't that many people there actually today. This guy's going so slow. All right, we're in a 65 zone, and this guy is going 50. And all right, he wants to take a turn. Okay, I understand, but what the fuck, man? So, anyways, I turned the CB on. I found out there's another little knob and you can turn to make it a little bit more clear and everything. And I heard a trucker on there talking, but he's got that fucking twang in his voice or whatever. And I was like, I don't understand anything he's saying. And then I'm listening, but I have it turned down kind of low because I'm trying to fucking watch a video and stuff. And I hear them call out and say, pull in. And I'm like, I have a cell phone, okay? I am not going to respond to that. I'm not going to act like they were talking to me. I'm going to act like I didn't hear anything. And I'm going to see if my cell phone rings. And then they call my cell phone. They're like, hello, yeah, you could pull in. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, the fuck? Yeah, I can't hear shit. Are my ears fucked up? I passed the hearing test. They gave me a hearing test, for my uh my hazmat physical, which is just like a basic physical. They want to they get a baseline when you get hired on, and then every single year or more you can go in and have another physical done, and they just check you out and make sure that, because we work with a lot of chemicals and stuff, so they're kind of keeping records of how you are and watching you deteriorate slowly year by year. But my hearing, I've gotten, I don't know, they don't really give me like, I've asked them, but they don't really tell me. But they're like, yeah, you did really good on your hearing. I'm like, okay, I did really good or I did perfect? Because I'm pretty sure I did perfect. Because I don't know, there's something going on with my ears that it's kind of, some people have wondered how I've heard some things, because I can hear a TV if it's on and it's completely black. Like I can hear it. I can hear the fucking the whine of it and stuff. Um, and whenever I sit in that little booth hitting the fucking button with the left and right ear, I can hear all the fucking little beeps and stuff. And I don't know. But I can hear really quiet things like super well. I can hear people. I can see dead people too. No, I'm just kidding. I can't. But loud noises, like if there's a lot going on, it's like I go fucking deaf. It's like it's just, I don't know. It's kind of weird. I go deaf whenever things get too loud. I mean, is that normal though? I don't know. But yeah, I can't hear my wife when she's telling me about dinner plans or her work schedule. Like I don't hear that. I don't ever hear that. But I respond to it, which is another weird thing. I'd say, oh, okay, cool, all right, and then I'll even repeat it back to her to let her know that I heard it. But if you ask me 5 seconds later, she's like, "What did I just say?" And I'm like, "Oh fuck, I don't know. I'm totally lost. Where have I been here the whole time?" She's like, "Yeah, what the fuck, man?" I'm like, "I don't know. I can't hear you when you talk to me like that." Um, Maybe it's just her. I don't know. Um, but anyways, yeah, back to the CB. I was like, I'm not gonna fucking use it because I still can't understand what is going on there. It's just a bunch of people with kazoos just blowing them at each other. I don't know. I'm not a fan of the CB. So then when I pull in, I go turn in my paperwork, and I get my other slip of paper that tells me where I need to go, which pit I'm going to dump into. And then you pull up on the scale. Now, I've done this several times. Remember, I used to do this 3 times a week for a while. And I did make a mistake. Everything's fine, but I did make a little bit of a mistake today. I pull up onto the scale. I leave this fucking CB radio completely off because I'm like, all right, I need the cell phone, and I have to wait on 2 trucks to get on the scale and off the scale, and then it's my turn to pull up on the scale. And as I'm pulling up on the scale, there's a guy pulling down the hill to scale out, so he's waiting in front of me. And I pull up on the scale, and usually I wait for them to call me to tell me I'm good, which I can only imagine what they're doing in there. They're probably calling out on the CB. They're like, "Cool, you got your weight. Got your weight." Oh fuck, he's got a cell phone, doesn't he? All right, let's find his fucking number. All right, okay, let's call him. And then ring, ring, ring. But this whole time, the guy in front of me is like, "They got your weight. Fucking get off the scale. Come on, man. Get off the fucking scale." It's like, dude, I don't have a fucking CB. I have a cell phone. I gotta wait for them to call me to make sure they got my weight. Well, anyways, I sat there for a while, and I thought I saw the guy waving me off the fucking scale. That's what I thought. And I know he's got a CB. I do not. So that's happened before where I've seen them waving me off the scale saying, all right, he's good. And then I ain't got to wait on a phone call or I ain't got to call them or any of that shit. I can just pull off the scale and get going and have a good day. That's what I thought happened today because I was sitting on the scale for over 30 seconds. You know, you got to let the fucking shakes get out of the truck because their scale is super wobbly, and then I'm waiting. Let me just show you how long I waited. And I stop on the scale, wobbling, wobbling. Guy pulls down right in front of me. Waiting, looking at my cell phone, waiting for it to ring, waiting. I look at him, he rolls his window down. Okay, what's he doing? Is he telling me I'm good? And then he sticks his hand out the window and it looks like he's waving at me. So I'm like, okay, cool. And I pull off the scale. You know, because I don't know, I thought I was good. So I pull off the scale, pull up around back, I back in. The guys in the fucking suits come out and they start, you know, doing all the shit with the truck to fucking make it offload. It's all froze up. I knew it was going to be froze up because the inlet tube was froze up yesterday. That's why I was having trouble loading. And then today I knew that the fucking outlet tube was going to be fucking full and froze. So I had to pull forward. They had to use the big fire hose to blast into the chunk of shit to break it free. I had to back up. I had to drain the fucking pots out, and the oil one was super fucking gross. But I did get it drained out, and I got the other pot drained out. I mean, everything was going pretty fucking well. And then I hop up on top of the tank and I open up all 3 lids. I get all 3 lids opened all the way up, and I have one of the guys hand me their fire hose, and I start spraying the tank out. You know, as it's still emptying, I'm kind of cleaning it up, spraying it out, getting all the shit, trying to spray all the shit off the walls. Well, that's when I noticed the liner is coming apart and chipping off and everything. So this tanker is going to need to be relined at some point. I don't think it's that big of a deal because this stuff isn't abrasive or anything, so it's not going to like hurt anything. But yeah, chunks of the liner are just flying out and everything. I get all the lids opened up. I spray everything down, make sure the fucking ball is good. I go over there. I make sure I spray the inlet tube and all the water's coming out of there, and I spray the outlet tube, make sure it's all good. And then I inspect and make sure all the liquid's out of the fucking tank. I mean, it's fucking amazing what you can do by opening the lids and look down in there. You make sure you get completely offloaded. Because I'll tell you, the fucking last time, it was not completely offloaded. She's like, yeah, the weights are way off. No, the weights aren't way off. You didn't offload all the way. That's why you still had 5,000 pounds of fucking liquid on the truck. That's why you only weighed in at 75 last time. Anyways, dumped it all out, got everything going, pull out, and I go back down. I get on this as I'm rolling on the scale. I call the scale house and I say, "Hey, I'm pulling up on the scale." She's like, "Oh, I don't have your heavyweight." I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean you don't have it? She's like, "Yeah, I don't have the heavyweight. Did you scale in already?" I'm like, "Yeah. I sat on the scale for like over almost a minute waiting, and the guy in front of me, I'm guessing he had a CB radio because he was waving me off the fucking scale." She's like, "Do you know how much you weighed?" I'm like, Yeah, 80,000 pounds. She's like, exactly? I'm like, no. Well, I mean, I tried to get as close as possible. So I had to have been, 79 to 80. She's like, okay. And then I can hear the other office ladies fucking upset. She's like, why the fuck did he not scale in? She's like, I don't know. I'm like, I did. I was on the scale. I was on there for a while. I was waiting. I was waiting. And I thought I was good because the guy was waving me off. She's like, next time you need to call me. I'm like, all right, I'll fucking call you next time. She's like, I'm just gonna put you down as uh 89,800. I'm like, okay, yeah, sounds great. So I pull off the scale and then I go through, and since I made sure I rinsed everything out completely, I went ahead and took the placards off because the girl that does it before me that had been doing it, she leaves the placards on the whole fucking time, which I understand. It would be nice to leave the placards on the entire time, but I don't need to be hassled by fucking DOT and then have to explain shit and do everything. I don't want to have to do that. I make sure the fucking tank is completely free of any of the waste, and I take the fucking placards off. And then there's a lot less fucking talking and explaining you're gonna have to do if you get pulled over. So, anyways, as I'm walking around over there, their dump area is fucking full of water, and my boots are these are the best boots I've ever fucking had. These are I will always buy these boots. They are the only boots that are like actually there's no water has gotten in my boots at all. And I've been in some deep shit. Every other boot that I buy, I'm like, hey, yeah, I just want something that's comfortable and is water fucking proof, or like water. I don't know if I've been buying water resistant or whatever the fuck it is, but every other boots that I've had, as soon as the water gets up to the laces, you're fucking done, dude. It's getting in. There's no, there's nothing you can do about it. You're getting water in your boot. Not these boots. These are Durangos. They're lace ups, and they have their flat toed boots. And I've had a couple of people ask me about them because they're like, "Where did you get flat tipped lace ups? Like I've never seen that." I'm like, dude, I know. I've never seen them either. It was the only pair in all of E. Edwards that had flat tipped lace. Because I like the flat tipped slip on boots. I don't know. They just, if you get the choice, flat or round, I like the fucking flat. So, yeah, I bought these, and I was like, all right, I'm kind of, whatever. I'm just buying them. I just need boots. Whatever. I don't give a fuck. And then, yeah, I noticed that I could walk around in like 6 inches of water and nothing gets in my boot. It's fucking nice. So, anyways, yeah, I was splashing around in there, and I accidentally did splash all up on my fucking leg as I was walking. I think I tripped over the hose or something, and I picked my leg up, and it just fucking, it was like a shovel worth of fucking water just blew up onto my leg. So now, and I only have one pair of pants for the entire week. I'm going to be meeting up with my wife later. I don't think I have any other clean jeans, though. Not right now. I did laundry, but I was trying to just do the laundry that I needed. Anyways, so yeah, my leg is soaked, but it'll dry, but there's no telling what chemicals are in that water, you know? So hopefully I still have a leg in a couple of days. Hopefully it doesn't eat away my leg. Um, yeah, and then I left and I called the wife and I got the GPS pulled up and it tells me when I'm going to be, because today all I'm doing is driving right from Oklahoma straight to the power plant that I'm loading at. That's all I got. And then I got to turn around and I got to try to make it all the way back so I can offload tomorrow. But I don't know how far I'm going to make it. I'm not going to book hotels. I'm not going to search hotels. I'm not doing any of that until I am loaded and on the road, because there's no telling. I don't want to go. I don't mind going over my hours a little bit if that means I can get to a better spot. But I don't think I want to fucking work way fucking late tonight, you know? It would be nice if I could book the same exact hotel that I have, but it really doesn't matter if I get that hotel if it's after 8. If I get there way after 8, the fucking diner that I go to at the truck stop they close at 8. So, and that's the only main reason I want to go there. If I can't go there, I might as well go to Enid, because they have a lot more. They have like fast food and stuff. I mean, the other place does have fast food, but I ain't trying to. It's not trucker friendly exactly over there. Not the fast food places, at least. And so yeah, I'm not gonna book a hotel until then. I'm just driving, and I already called the wife. So it says I'll be there at 2 o'clock. I am gonna stop for lunch, so and I'll go ahead and take a 30-minute break for lunch. Am I going to charge for it? Yes, I'm charging for the. I'm not going to be taking. I'm not going to be notating that I'm taking a break. So around 2:30, I'm gonna go straight there, get loaded, and then whenever I'm getting ready to leave there is whenever I'm going to call my wife and tell her to meet me. She's gonna bring me some cheese slices because I totally forgot the cheese for my sandwiches. Loaf of bread because I did not. I only packed for 3 days worth of lunch. I didn't pack a full week, so she's gonna bring me a full loaf of bread, and I'm probably just gonna toss this other loaf. It's getting kind of hard and everything. And if I got a whole new another loaf of bread, I'm just gonna fucking throw this other one away. And then what else is she bringing me? Socks and underwear, because I only packed socks and underwear for 3 days. Or, yeah, 3 days. So, I will be needing that. And that's perfect because she'll be picking up my son shortly after that. So, that's perfect timing for me to call her and say, "Yo, come get me. Come bring me my shit." Oh, and a pair of jeans. I need a pair of. I mean, I don't know. Whenever I get a little closer, I'll call and see if she can find any clean jeans laying around. Because if these are gonna be, if they dry like fucking cardboard, or they start steaming or something because of the chemicals on them, I'm gonna need some more jeans. Then I'll go get loaded. It's not gonna be a high stress day. It's not gonna be a rush around day. I imagine Emporia. Well, no. So if I get there at 2:30, I'll leave there at 3. Then it's a 5-hour drive. That means if I did want to get all the way back out here, I'd get out here about 8. And that's a little bit too late, so I might as well stay in Enid. But I don't know. Like I said, a lot of things can happen between now and then. So I'm not going to start making my schedule quite yet. I don't particularly like the idea of running a sleeper, But times like this would actually be kind of beneficial for it, because then I would just drive all the way to the dump site and fucking sleep there. But we don't have a sleeper. They're not going to buy a sleeper. They don't want us to be in a sleeper. If we get a sleeper, that's going to make a lot of people upset, because then, if they tell you to drive the sleeper, you're in for a fucking. You're like, today's not going to be nice. And a shared sleeper, like for the whole entire branch, having a sleeper cab, nobody's gonna take care of that fucking thing. Nobody's gonna clean it up. People are gonna jerk off all over the fucking sheets. Big old fat fatty's gonna be fucking rolling around, fucking stinking up the whole fucking bed. Somebody's gonna piss in a fucking bucket back there and then just leave it. I don't want that. I don't want. That's not a good idea. So just gonna make my way back. I think I'm gonna not end, but I'm gonna pause it for a little bit, and I'll be right back whenever I got something else to fucking say. Hello, I'm back. This is much later in the day. I don't even remember what I was talking about. I think I was just talking about how everything went. And everything's going pretty well today. So, like I was talking about with the log issue, um, an episode or two ago, whatever it was. Um, yeah, it's I can only drive for another like 3 hours, even though like if my logs weren't messed up, I'd have 4 or 5 hours left. So yeah, I don't know. It says workday left like 3 hours and 50 some minutes or something like that, and then cycle hours left are only 3 hours or something. I don't know. It's so I did what I usually do, and I don't like it, which is okay. All right, this is how much time I have left. All right, let's find a hotel that is right at, like, if anything goes wrong, I'm gonna be fucked. And not fucked. I could use personal conveyance. I'm just trying not to. I'm trying to not use personal conveyance. Trying to just do everything normal. But so if my cycle is, I don't know. I think my cycle is going to be screwed up all the rest of the week, where I'm not going to have a full 14-hour workday. I'm only going to have 10-hour workdays, because I'll take a 10-hour break, and that only adds. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know how the fuck that shit works. This is something that my boss was telling me about, and I've never had to experience it, but I'm experiencing it now. This is pretty fucked. Okay, because I don't know. Maybe I'll wake up in the morning and I will have absolutely no fucking hours left. I don't know. Not sure how that's going to work out. But I know right now, today, I got enough time to fucking roll into the hotel. I might have enough time. No, I won't have enough time to do anything but doing that, unless I use personal conveyance, which one I can get to the hotel, get checked in, and put my shit away. I'm gonna get there at 7 o'clock. That's a little late for fucking dinner. I don't know. I'll probably just use personal conveyance. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. Um, but I do know that things have been going well today, other than up until like now and up. Well, 7 o'clock is going to be the issue. It's only 4:21 right now, so um, future Kevin will fucking take care of whatever that is. Current Kevin just wants to have a nice, peaceful drive. Yeah, I just drove over here. I stopped at a truck stop and I just to use the restroom and eat a couple of sandwiches. I took a little bit longer of a break than what I needed to. I wanted to just kind of hang out for. I was like, all right. I rushed and ate, and then I ran inside and I washed my hands, and then I got lost in a Facebook scrolling zone or whatever that's called, doom scrolling. And then I said, all right, let's fucking go. You know, no breaks today. And I rolled all the way out here. Everything went fine. Full speed limit. There was a couple of smokies out there, but they were fucking with everybody but me, which is nice. They would just. There's actually one that pulled over a dump truck. Like I was driving, I was going, I think, almost 10 miles an hour under the speed limit. Because I was like going up a hill, and then once I got to the top of the hill, I was like, I'm just gonna keep it at 65 instead of wrapping it up to 75. I got a Smoky coming up on me, and then the dump truck behind me was like, what the fuck is this guy doing? I've been following him at 75 this whole fucking time. Now we're going downhill, and he's still doing 65. I'm gonna fucking pass him. As soon as he fucking got right up to my driver door, whoop whoop, the fucking cop fucking pulled him over. Uh, So he slowed down, and I was like, "Oh fuck, man, yeah, maybe you should have fucking not been going the speed limit." I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to do about that. I said, yeah, I know I'm going under the speed limit. There's a cop right there. If I go this speed, maybe he'll think that I've been doing this speed the entire time, and he'll just fucking take off. He's my truck is dirty, but it's good. Everything's is good on my truck. So I'm not too worried about being pulled over. And then I drive all the way out here. I'm talking to the wife, and I'm like, I don't know. We were talking about meeting up, and then once I got a little closer, I said, all right. Or no, once I got to the place where I'm loading, I got there at 2:50, or maybe, yeah, 2:50, and I left at 3:20. But yeah, as I was loading, she's blowing my fucking phone up. I'm like, can you leave me the fuck alone for just a little bit? I love you. I'm so sorry. I don't want to cuss at you. But leave me. I'm working. I am working. I will let you know. We already talked about it. I said, I will let you know when I'm leaving the facility. And she's blowing she's, anticipating it. She's got a job to do, which is bring me all my shit. And she's just staring. She tracks me on her phone, which is fine. I mean, some people don't like it. I don't give a fuck. I probably need to be tracked. If I'm somewhere where you don't think I should be, fucking, I'm probably abducted. Somebody probably man napped me. Okay, because you gotta be. I mean, if I don't know I'm being man napped, I can be man napped pretty fucking easy. If I know you're man napping me, I will fucking lay on the ground. You're gonna have to drag me, motherfucker. Okay. But if you're like, hey, I got a fucking square body I want to sell for like $200, I don't have $200, but I will go fucking look. Hey, I got some fucking 6-lug Chevy Rallies that I just want to give away. Dude, I don't care what the fuck's going on. Can I take your number down? No, man. I got to get rid of them right now. All right, fuck. I'm at work right now. Let me clock out and go fucking check out these Chevy wheels you got. Because I've been looking for a fucking set of Rallies. Are they clean? Or are they like do they look like they've been around a field of time or two? because I want the ones that have been around a field a time or two. I don't want fucking brand new fucking rims. They're gonna make my truck look even more like a piece of shit. They're gonna be like, those are nice wheels, but fuck, that truck is a piece of shit. No, I want the piece of shit wheels and the piece of shit truck. So then when people look at it, they're like, that truck's a piece of shit, and I fucking love it. That's what I'd say. So yeah, man napping me, dude. I just gave you the fucking secret. Just tell me you have Chevy parts for sale for cheap, and I will be coming over there. You'd be like, I got a Chevy 350. It's carbureted. It's a piece of shit. It's low on power, but it sounds fucking good. You can have it if you just follow me down this alleyway. Okay, I'm fucking coming down the alley. I am going down the alley. Um. So, anyways, my wife tracks me, which is fine, and got loaded. I thought I was putting on a little bit more than what I had on there before, but I put on the exact same amount because or maybe even less. I don't know. I'm not going until I know both of you are fucking turning. My truck is slow as shit. I can't just pull out into traffic, people. Everybody's behind me is like, dude, fucking go. And I'm like, I can't just fucking go. And you're not using your fucking blinker. You're using your blinker, but there's just too much traffic. This is not a good time in the day to be where I'm at. There's traffic. I can't fucking go. Everybody behind me is very upset. I'm too far over to the right hand side, so nobody can. If people are turning right, they can't fucking go. Coming out, you fucking bitches. Fucking hit my bumper. I dare you. You fucking bitch ass motherfuckers. Even though you're gonna pass me? Okay, go ahead, Hoonigan. Fucking Hoonigan missing bumper motherfucking BMW bitch ass boy. Like, oh, fuck. I hope you fucking hear this fucking podcast. You never will. Yeah, I doubt you're one of the two people that are listening. Maybe he is. I don't know. If you're fucking missing a bumper and you got a BMW, whatever the fuck number 328 ICB BMW, fucking look like a bitch ass fucking beanie wearing pot smoking motherfucking bitch ass. That's who that fucking guy is. Fuck him. He passed me. I'm just kidding. I don't care if he passed me. There was a dotted line. He could pass me. It was available. But he's probably like, this fucking semi just cut me off. No. Dude, I found a very small break in traffic and I didn't see you until I was in your fucking lane. Okay? And you come hoon again around the fucking corner at fucking 85 mile an hour. Yeah, you're going to have to fucking slow down. This is a major intersection. And I got this line of cars behind me. I'm more worried about them beating my ass than you fucking bitch ass boy. Sorry about that. Sorry about my language. Excuse my French. Oui, motherfucker. I got loaded, and yeah, I got it. It's roughly about the same amount. Which, if you look at my scale ticket, it says that I was at 79,800. So it's as perfect of a fucking load as you can possibly get. You always want to be about 200 pounds less than max. Uh, if you listen to the first part of the pod, which you did because you're listening to the second part, that'd be weird to just start a pod and just click the middle of it and then start there. You'll know that I didn't scale in. Okay, I just told them a number, and whatever, charge me for that. My bosses will never know. And now saw that I called my wife and I said, "Hey, meet me at the Casey's truck stop over there." But then as I'm driving and I'm thinking about it a little bit more, I'm like, if I go in that Casey's parking lot, that's Hotel California. You can check in, and you can check out, but you can't never fucking leave. Not with a tanker turning left. Okay, it's just a bad area, especially at this time of the day. People are like, I got off work early. I'm gonna fucking go as fast as I can on the roads. That's what they do. They say, I'm gonna get off early and I'm gonna fucking speed all the way home and then be very aggressive on the roads. That's what everybody's doing right now. Then 5 o'clock comes around and they're like, we're angry because we had to work a full day and we're gonna speed and drive aggressive. And then a little bit later than that, that's people are there like, oh, we're gonna go out to dinner and we're gonna speed and drive aggressive. Everybody just speeds and drives aggressive. You know, in the morning time, people are like, I don't want to go to work, so I'm gonna speed and drive aggressive all the way there. So I don't know. I think speed and aggressiveness is just how most people drive all the time. So I don't think I even need to presence prefixoriate that's a thing. So yeah, I'm dealing with speeding aggressive drivers right now, but I'm out on backcountry roads, so it's even more dangerous and speed filled because there's no cops over here. Uh, So yeah, I got loaded. I got loaded quickly, pretty quickly. Not too quickly, but pretty quickly, and got my shit signed. And I don't know why. So the place where I go to get loaded, you have to get a safe work permit and you have to sign in. Now the sign in book used to be right outside of the office where you get the safe work permits. Um, and I don't come in the front door. But now they want you to go to a different office. Not in the same build. I mean, it's right outside the building. So, but I mean, you guys don't know anything. So I'm going to say it's on the other side of the fucking place. I got to walk my fat ass in there to get my safe work permit. And then I got to walk all the way to the other side of the fucking plant, even though it's right outside the fucking door. I got to walk all the way the fuck over there to sign in. And then I got to walk all the way back to the other side to get loaded. And then when I leave, I got to go on my way to sign out. That's where you can turn in your fucking. I don't know. I'm like, it's a book. It's a fucking leatherback book that's a sign-in sheet that people use at funerals and fucking weddings and banks or something. I don't know. It's just a leatherback book. It says name, company, sign in, sign out, time and date. Uh, and they act like the book is fucking glued to the table that it's on. It's not. I picked it up. But for some reason, they decided they wanted to move it out of the entryway to the office to a, a, a metal building with some fucking chairs in it. There's a metal building with some chairs, a computer that nobody. It's not on. The computer's off. I think it's just monitors. So I don't know what the fuck is going on. They decided to do that. Um, I don't know what's harder about because everybody's got to go through all the fucking doors anyways. Just put everything in the same fucking door. I don't know. Maybe it makes sense to somebody else to make people walk around and just move shit around randomly. And then they want you to sign in and out a radio. No, I never get a fucking radio. Like, you need to have a radio in case there's an emergency. Like, if there's an emergency, I will not be signing out and I will be fucking gone. Okay? There will be a manhunt. There will be a search through the rubble of this fucking place for my dead body when I'm not there. Because I will be blasting through the gate. There will be no record of this because the security camera room melted down. So they'll be like, we have no idea where he's at. He's dead. And I can start my new life with a different name. If I could have a different name, what would I name myself? I'd probably name myself Devin Cray. Still, so I'll still look. If somebody says, because if I change my name too much, I'll be like, I don't know who the fuck that is. I'll totally forget that I changed my name. And I'm living under a different alias. I wonder what I would have to do to my facial features. I'd probably have to get a large knife or box cutter and start carving it up because I'm gonna keep a beard. I'm not shaving it off. I mean, there's too many pictures of me shaved and too many pictures of me with a beard that I don't think it would work out if I shaved or grew my longer beard. I'd probably have to do some facial mutilation. Because you can't go to a doctor with no health insurance and ask for facial reconstruction surgery. I guess in Mexico you can, but you have to have money to do that. But I mean, if I'm pronounced dead, I would be a dead man committing crimes. I do what Will Smith did in uh, Men in Black, melt off my fingerprints, except for one. But I'd tape that finger up. I'd always have a piece of tape on it, just in case I do die. Then my wife and children and family and friends would all be able to be like, oh, that's where he was. He wasn't fucking in the fire at the the power plant. He was living in Wisconsin. Fucking, he got so fat. He ate a lot of cheese. He got a job as a migrant worker at the fucking cheese factory in Wisconsin. Um, yeah. So I don't know. That doesn't really sound like a life I really want to do, though. So I think I don't know. Maybe I won't. Maybe I will sign out. Yeah, I'll probably sign out on my way rolling out, or every time I sign in, I just sign out also. So then if I do die in there, people will think he's in Wisconsin. And no, I'm fucking dead in the fucking power plant. But he signed out. Well, what if the fucking sign-in book burns up too? I don't know. That's something to think about. Um, so, anyways, yeah, I called the wife and I was gonna have her meet me at the fucking Casey's, and then I decided the Hotel California Casey's is not a good idea for me. So I said, "Oh, there's a place to pull over on the side of the road right as you exit the highway." I think is what I said. I said I think there is. There was not. So we drove about 8 miles down the road until we got to another any area that you can pull over a truck and not get hit by a car. Because you could pull over on the side of the road anywhere you wanted, but I could get hit by a car. I wasn't gonna have the wife get out, but that would be traumatizing to the whole family. If my fat ass put a big dent in a car, I think that my son was not there. He was still at daycare or school. We're gonna call it school. Sounds cooler if you say school instead of daycare. He's a big boy now. He's almost 5 years old. My daughter will be three first. She's 2. She'll be 3, and then my son will be 5. What a wonderful time. So I'm gonna have a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old for a few weeks, which is gonna be kind of fun. Um, that's coming up in a couple of months. My wife is already booked This was what my wife loves to fucking do. She books things and then she's like, "Ooh, it looks like it's gonna rain that day." I'm like, "Huh?" She's like, "Yeah, I looked at the weather forecast for 3 months from now, and it says it's gonna rain that day." I'm like, I look around the room as if there's somebody else there that I can show my flabbergasted face to. I'm like, "Babe, do you know, like, they don't get the 10-day forecast correct. What makes you think they know the specific day and time it's going to rain they in 3 months?" It's like, "Well, it's on the Weather Channel." I'm like, why do they even have that? Like, that's not even, they can't do that. They don't know. In the off chance it does fucking, like, whenever we went to Colorado, she was like, "Oh, yeah, it looks like it's going to rain when we're in Colorado." I'm like, they don't know that shit, babe. That's 6 months away. How are you? Who are you looking? What website are you on? Looking at the weather forecast for 6 months from now. Are you looking at the Farmer's Almanac? 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 The Farmer's Almanac? Almanac? You know what I'm saying? It's the thing. It's a book. It's really good at predicting the weather, but not by the hour and the day. I don't think. I don't know. I've never looked at a Farmer's Almanac. I've seen a picture of one once, and I've heard somebody wrote it down once online, and I happened to be scrolling through the post where it said Farmer's Almanac. Anyways, I thought that was really funny. She thinks the weather people are so smart. The weather people are smart, but that's also a job that you can be wrong every fucking day, and you don't get fired unless you're in China. I heard about that in China. Pretty sure it was in China or Switzerland. Switzerland. I think they make cigars there, or they have a bank accounts. Something cool about the bank account. I don't know, because the bank I go to, you can get a sucker every single time you walk in there. You can walk out with a sucker, and you can walk back in and grab another one. They don't care. So I don't know what the benefit is for the Switzerland bank accounts, but a lot of rich people like to have a Switzerland bank account. It's offshore, is what they say. They say offshore bank accounts. I don't know what the fuck any of that means. Please enlighten me on the Facebook group. Link in the description. Got loaded. Everything went great. I did. We drove down the road, me and the wife. She followed me all the way to the shittiest truck stop I've ever seen. Not really. There was one in Texas. I stopped in Texas because I was like, ooh, I'm gonna stop in Texas. I was just driving through the top hat little corner fucking piece from New Mexico into Texas and then into Oklahoma. I don't know. It was like the little fucking. I just barely went into fucking Texas on some highway coming from California to Kansas City. And when I was in Texas, it said, "Welcome to Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas," or some shit like that. It said something like that. I was like, "Oh man, I love Texas. I want to fucking check it out while I'm here, even though I'm in the most northern part of Texas. It's still Texas ground." I'm gonna stop and grab me some food at the truck stop over here. It says Route 66 truck stop, and then across the street was a fucking Pilot, and I'm like, ooh, I don't want Pilot. Just thinking of a Pilot pizza, oh god, gives me the bubble guts. Come on, wide load. Don't you fucking swing. You gonna swing out into my lane to get on the fucking highway? He was barely a fucking wide load. I think he just put the wide load stickers on his truck. He didn't need to have them. It was barely. All right, he has an 8-foot bed. And the rails stick out, 2 inches on each side. So he had an 8'4" bed, and he was hauling something that was 9 foot. You're barely a fucking wide load. Your mirrors stick out way further than your fucking trailer, your load on your trailer. And he fucking swings wide. He has all the fucking room he needs to get onto the fucking highway. And he swings out into my fucking lane as I'm right next to him. You're a trucker, I tell ya. He's a sleeper. He had a sleeper cab. He's a fucking real trucker. A real live trucker. Doing things. Gotta take the load, the fucking wide load, buddy. Fuck. I have to take up 7 lanes to make the turn onto the... No, you'll be fine, buddy. You're in a spread axle. You'll be fine. And you made up with the wife and got my shit. She gave me some bread, some cheese, some fucking clothes, and then I fueled up. Yeah, it was a pretty shitty truck stop. Not the shittiest, obviously. That one in Texas was really shitty. I'll tell you about that in a little bit. But this truck stop, there's no card reader on the pumps or anything. They have 3 diesel pumps, and only one of them was. They didn't have cones up on the other ones, but they were all fucked up. I knew that there was if any of them worked, this is the only one that fucking works. And the off-road diesel, I think that's the only other one that worked. There's some farmers around there. So I prepaid $300 and I grabbed me a bottle of Def or a jug of Def. Don't you love it? I mean, I'm not the first one to say it. I know I've seen other people say it. I don't know who the fuck they are, but you're saving the environment with this diesel exhaust fluid, but now I'm throwing away a big plastic jug with a big plastic straw wrapped in cardboard container. When before there was none of that. And those jugs are all over the fucking place. It's like, how are we saving the environment again? What part of this is eco-friendly? Have you ever smelled Def burning? Others out there? Truckers have. Dude, that Def will fucking crystallize your fucking lungs. I don't know if it will. I'm not a doctor and I'm not a Def expert, but I know that the little shed that we have our Def container in, the floor of it looks like snow and ice. Because our handle drips a little bit, and everything around it looks like it's frosted. Is that good for the fucking environment? They say so. Maybe in burn form it is. I don't know. Whenever what are you doing? What are you doing? Okay. Do not make me fucking slam on my brakes uphill, you fucking hoe. She was gonna turn left, and then she saw me, and then she turned right. I'm like, what? You're just gonna reroute your entire trip because I was on the road? You didn't want to wait 2 seconds? I don't know. Maybe she just decided to go the other way. I don't know. Yeah, Def is not. I don't see how any of that is. They had to build new factories to build the Def filters. The Def filters get clogged up, and then you have to spend so much money. I mean, that's all it is about. That's what it is. The big fucking filters on trucks, plus the other tanks and all the lines that go on there that weren't there before. I bet you if you took into account everything that revolves around DEF, diesel exhaust fluid, it's much more harmful than just driving a diesel diesel truck. And I think it was 2013 is whenever that was implemented. I think so. I'm not sure. I don't have the facts in front of me right now. but I'm pretty sure it's 2013. They implemented DEF is mandatory on all diesel motor vehicles. Now, like little diesel generators or whatever, they don't need it. But it's coming. You just wait. And then your truck, like if you're low on DEF, you have to fucking sit there and wait. Luckily the newer trucks don't really. They do it while you drive. So if you see a diesel truck driving down the road and it's spitting out like a bunch of smoke, sometimes, not all the time. Most of the time you can't tell. You can smell it. But if you see that, either that diesel's fucked up or it's just running a cycle. The exhaust filter is doing whatever the exhaust filter does, is filtering the exhaust into the fucking air, and it's making everything healthy. I don't think there's been enough studies on what that shit does up in the atmosphere compared to fucking diesel, but whatever, I don't know. I'm not an environmentalist. I work at a company that helps the environment because we get rid of everybody's nasty ass shit. So that's where I'm at. My company gets rid of all the bad shit. Anywhere you work, anywhere you see, everybody's got some nasty shit they want to get rid of. And we go there and we make sure it gets to the correct disposal facility. I spend my days at the dump or hazardous waste facilities. Anyways, yeah, so I decided to stay in Wichita tonight. I should have done Emporia. I should have just said, oh, okay, it's going to be that long. I'll just stay in Emporia. Or there's even other hotels in between Emporia and Wichita that I could stay at that would be a little easier to get to. If you're going to pass me, you better hurry the fuck up. My truck goes slow as shit uphill. There's a passing lane. But the passing lanes out on this fucking little highway are horrible. They're absolutely horrible. I don't know. It's like you hired some Oklahoma fucking road crews to come over here into Kansas and put in your fucking roads or something, because that is a fucking horrible design of a passing lane. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. I'm gonna make it to Wichita tonight, and if I don't, I'm sure you'll hear about it tomorrow. Y'all have a great day, and you keep all 18 down. I'll keep all 18 down. That guy over there is gonna keep all 18 down unless he fucking wrecks. I don't know. I'm not gonna. I'm trying not jinx myself because I didn't say anything about myself. But I'm not. I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna go here. Keep all 18 down. Bye bye.